Hello everyone, I am Dr. Rubina Pandit. I am working as a consultant, obstetrician and infertility specialist at Altius Hospital, Bangalore. Today on the occasion of World PCOD Day, I am going to discuss in brief and in a very simple language about what is PCOD, what are the symptoms, how actually the patient present to us, then what is the reason behind it and what are the treatment modalities available. Now usually females with PCOD, they present with one, menstrual irregularity. Irregularity means they can have menses every 45 days, every 50 days, and there are certain subset of women who can have menses even after 6 months, and there are certain women who will bleed only after taking medicines. Then there are certain females who can have heavy bleeding, they can have inability to conceive naturally, then they can present with acne, oily skin, excessive facial hair growth as well as darkening of skin. Now first of all, before understanding what is a PCOD, I just want you to understand that how we get menses naturally. Now if you will understand that usually a female with a 28-day cycle, they will form an egg at around 14 days. Now what happens in PCOD? There is a certain hormonal imbalance, as a result of which instead of forming an egg on 14th day, either there is a delayed egg formation or there is no egg formation at all. As a result of which they either get delayed menses or the periods come after 3 to 4 months, and because there is no egg formation, some females can have difficulty in conceiving naturally. Now, what is this hormonal imbalance I am talking about? Primarily, there is two types of hormonal imbalance which is seen in PCOD female. One is hyperandrogenism. Now, androgens are the male hormones which otherwise are also produced in females, but in PCOD, these hormones are present in excessive amount, as a result of which they interfere with the normal egg formation as well as present with various other symptoms. Now, the second most common pathophysiology which is seen is insulin resistance. Now, insulin is a hormone which is produced in our body for normal blood sugar control. What happens in PCOD, because the quality of insulin is low, there is resistance to insulin. So for maintaining the same amount of blood sugar, the females have to produce more amount of insulin, and more amount of insulin will further lead to more amount of androgens. Androgens will again affect the quality as well as formation of egg. Now, these are the two pathophysiologies because of which PCOD happens. Now, the second question is, what are the risk factors? Who are the females who are more predisposed of getting PCOD? Now, one is genetic. If your mother, if your sister, they have PCOD, then definitely you are at as an increased risk compared to your other female counterparts. The second is obesity. Now, obesity will again lead to insulin resistance, and insulin resistance will further lead to PCOD. Third is our lifestyle factors. Unfortunately, in this era, all of us are leading a sedentary life. Lack of exercise, high fat intake, low protein intake, low metabolic rate, all this will further aggravate the symptoms. Now, suppose a female comes to me. She is thin, she has regular menses, there is no problem in conceiving, she has 1 or 2 living child as well. Now, she walks into my clinic with a scan report which is showing PCOD. Do I treat her? No. One thing you have to understand is, in PCOD, we do not treat the disease per se. We treat the symptoms. The symptoms with which the female present to me, I will treat that. Now, suppose if a female present to me with menstrual irregularity, I will treat her with hormonal contraceptive pill. Whereas the other female who will present to me in difficulty in conceiving naturally, then I will give her some sort of medications which are called ovulation induction drugs to help her to conceive. But before these medications, you have to understand one thing, that lifestyle modification is the key for all PCOD females. You have to understand one thing, that in PCOD females, it is not the abdominal fat which is more, it is the visceral fat which is more. So if a female is thin, still does she need to do exercise? My answer will be yes. And when I talk about exercise, I am not talking about just simple walking or yoga. When I talk about exercise, that means it has to be a vigorous exercise of about 30 minutes where you know that your heart rate is going more than 100 beats per minute. As well as you have to decrease your fat intake, you have to increase your protein intake, you have to take more green leafy vegetables, antioxidant rich diet should be a part of your daily routine. So that forms the first and foremost treatment option for all females irrespective of your symptoms. Now, as I have already told you, other symptoms like menstrual irregularity can be dealt with contraceptive pills. If a female has difficulty in conceiving, she can be dealt with by giving oral ovulation inductions or sometimes injections.